Hello YouTube, I am back with another video way ahead of schedule. I was going to be back with a 38-week update, but I wanted to make this video obviously because I'm vlogging everything about this pregnancy. And as you can tell by the title, I am in prodromal / pre-labor. I have been in this since last Saturday, so it's been a week now, a week and a day, 2 days. It is the most annoying thing ever. It's heartbreaking. I have cried numerous of times. Just really quick, I started having contractions last Saturday, like maybe around, I don't know. Sorry. I know it was last Saturday, maybe the afternoon or something. And they were so convincing. I really thought I was in labor. I was excited, but kind of scared because I was still 36 weeks. And I was like, oh, they're going to classify her as a premature baby. Even though my OB did tell me that at 36 weeks she will be fine. Most likely not spending any time in the NICU. I still wanted, it to be 37 weeks or better. So anyway, so had some contractions. I mean, they were painful. They were very painful. They made me cry out and make noises. That's how painful they were. My fiance was very, very convinced that I was in labor. He wanted to go to the hospital, but due to my previous labor scares, I just did not want to go until excuse me, until I was maybe 10 minutes apart at the max, 5 minutes apart at the least. So they were lasting all day, and then they stopped. And then Sunday, the next day after that, I had some pretty consistently for about maybe 5 hours, and then they stopped. I was frustrated. I was just like, what is going on? Like, what in the world is going on? And I thought it was due to last Monday, which was the 10th. I thought that was due to me losing some of my mucus plug, that I actually was going into labor. And maybe I just missed my bloody show or something, because sometimes, you don't see it. So that was that, and I went to work after that on that Monday, and it was pretty uneventful week. The week that I turned 30, well, what many weeks did I? Yeah, the week that I turned 36 weeks, it was pretty uneventful. Nothing happened really at work. I went to work, came home every day until Saturday that just passed. I'm so sorry, you guys. I probably should film this at a later time, because I'm so sleepy, because that's what led me to make this video. But I don't want to forget anything, in which my pregnancy brain is so real. That's why I just chose to film it now. But anywho, sorry about all the yawning. I am really tired. So Saturday that just passed, whatever date that was, this is a week later now. I started having like really bad back pains, and I thought maybe I overdid myself, or something. Maybe overdid it. Well, actually, back it up. Friday, when I went to work, I had been there for all of 45 minutes, and I started walking and having some contractions that were kind of hitting me and making me stopping, in the middle of the hallway and holding onto the wall and breathing through them. So I'm like excited, like, oh, this is it. And my supervisor just said, just go home, or to the hospital, in which I chose to just go home because if it was indeed early labor, I wanted to labor at home for a while and then go to the doctor. Well, when I got home, they were pretty intense. Back pain, radiant, and these are real contractions, guys. Like, don't let anyone tell you that prodromal labor or pre-labor is false. My doctor already had instructed me that they are not false. It's not false labor. It is real labor. It just does not progress. These contractions are real. I'm a third time mom. I know what contractions feel like. Two of my children I was induced with, so of course, Pitocin is not the natural way for your body to go into labor, but I do have my middle child's birth story in which I went into labor on my own 2 days after the due date, and I had spent like maybe a day and a half laboring, and I didn't know I was in labor. I was just feeling crampy and back pressure a little bit. Nothing too much I couldn't handle, but by the time I kind of realized maybe I need to go to the doctor, when I did go, I was 7 centimeters. So I do know what early labor and pre-labor feels like. So back to what I was saying. And I just had to say that because I saw a lot of people on vlogs saying, oh, it's just false labor, it's fake. It is not fake at all. Nothing is fake about the contractions that I've been feeling. They are painful, they are convincing, and it's very, very disheartening when they turn into nothing and fizzle out. I've cried. Like, I've been crying because I've been going through this for not maybe a straight week of the level of the capacity that it reached this morning. But I've been having little niggly, annoying back pains and little, frequent Braxton Hicks, but nothing like last weekend and this weekend. And I don't know what it is with the weekends. I have not been anywhere. I've been in my home, finishing up, cleaning and nesting, if you will, and I've been relaxing because I work full time as a pre-K teacher. So when I'm not at work, I'm resting my body. Or the most I would do is like cook a meal, and I have to stand up a little for that. But other than that, yeah, back to the story. So Friday, they basically fizzled out. I was upset because I've been trying to hold on to all of my vacation so that I could have them for my doctor's appointments, and in case of an emergency. But that was not obviously an emergency. I was upset. So, and I could have just stayed at work. It was Friday anyway, whatever. So yesterday, which was, Saturday, they were going. By Saturday, they were going, all that good stuff. And I'm having a contraction right now. And the way that it feels is very tight here. And at the same time, there is cramping in my pelvis, and it radiates to my lower back. That's how they feel. And so some of them I have not felt. Some of them, my stomach has gotten hard, and it's like, oh, I'm having a contraction. It's crazy. Okay, so this morning, which was Monday morning, but literally Sunday night, I had back pain no matter what my fiance did or my children. I had my older children kind of help out with pushing on my back and everything. No matter what anyone did, though, the back pain would not subside. So I went to my, I've been drinking water, ice water too. I drink water and everything, and that didn't work. So I decided, okay, well, now it's time to pull out the bath, because rule of thumb, one of the, the ways you find out if you're in true labor, whether it's early or not, is to take a bath and see if the relaxation either ceases them or your body relaxing makes them come harder. Because what did my doctor say? The more relaxed your body is, the more you can contract and all of that. So I thought, okay, well, it's time. So the bath was, I was in so much pain. The bath was hotter than it should have been. I could see steam coming, but I didn't really care. I just knew I wasn't going to be submerged in it for a very long time. So I put on a YouTube video to watch. And I kind of sit there and I lay back and I sit up and I basically was just letting the warm water work my muscles and calm me down. Now, mind you, I felt the contractions through this water. Seriously, I felt it through the water. It was not as painful as if I wasn't in water. So now I see why some women will opt for a water birth, because I felt them, but they weren't as intense. But I still felt the back hardening, tensing up, and my belly hardening. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I'm excited. Like, we're in labor. So, yeah, I got out the tub and everything after about 5, maybe 7 minutes, because I didn't want to be in there too long and overheat my body. And I came and I TMI, but whatever, you weren't here to see it. I sat in front of my fan to try to hurry up and cool my body off from being in, such warm waters. And I put my hand on my belly to feel for her to move. She let out some little jab, so I was satisfied with that. And I noticed that the contractions were not going away. And I noticed that the back pain was not subsiding. So I said, you know what? I can't handle this. While my body is a little bit relaxed, I'm going to lay out pillows. So I laid out pillows all over my bed. And I just laid there and I scrolled Baby Center or whatever until I fell asleep. Now, I don't know at what point I fell asleep, but I eventually fell asleep. And I had been trying to get to sleep all day Sunday. Take naps, and my body just would not let me take a nap. So when I woke up, it was about 2:45, and that was my first bathroom trip. When I woke up, first opened my eyes, I noticed the pain. I felt the cramping, the hardening, and I'm like, I am really in labor. And I kind of smiled to myself, even though, I was in pain and I was excited. I'm like, oh my God, I get to meet my baby girl, and this is finally about to be over and everything. So I waddled myself to the bathroom and I used the toilet and I checked the toilet paper. I didn't see anything, no mucus, no bloody show or anything. And I came to lay back down. Well, that sleep never came. It never did. And I started timing my contractions with my app that I have in my phone. Well, they were 10 minutes apart. Sometimes 10 minutes, 38 seconds apart. And they lasted anywhere from 58 seconds to a minute and 3 seconds. They were 10 minutes apart, lasting 1 minute at the max. So I was just like, I woke my fiance up and was like, babe, this might be it. This might be it. I can't sleep. I'm tired. He's like, do you want me to push on your back? I'm like, no, just let everything naturally take its course. And I'll just breathe through whatever contractions I'm having. So that lasted until 6 in the morning. And then I got up to get my children ready for school. And after they were all ready, I kind of laid back down. I called off work, which I didn't want to call off work because I wanted to work my last 2 weeks. I have this week and next week. And next week is my last week at work. So I go on maternity leave. But I wanted to work every day of my last 2 weeks, so I really didn't want to call off, but the contractions were not subsiding by the time it was time for me to go in, and I didn't want to risk either A, really being in labor and something bad happening driving to work, or B, me going into labor at work, like active labor, or getting sent home anyway, because obviously you're a liability, you're at work where it's not a hospital and you're in labor. So it's like, there's no point in being here. Anything can happen. So, yeah. So my kids were off to school. I ate a little bit. I ate some eggs and some waffles. I couldn't finish it because I just was not really all that hungry. I just wanted something to knock the edge off. I drank a little bit of water and then I tried to lay back down. And then I decided to take a walk. In which I came back from my walk, my stomach was really tense and tight, and I was scared because I'm like, oh my God, what about my baby? I'm always nervous about that until your baby comes out and you can see your baby and hold your baby. You're just nervous all the time. So I laid down for a second and she started moving around and I'm like, great. But the contractions slowed down and I'm very upset about it. It is now 10 something a.m. I'm like, I should have just went to work. But now I'm so sleepy from being up all night with contractions that all I'm going to do now is go get me some brunch because it's still too early to be considered lunch. So I'm going to go get me some food and then I'm going to eat it, obviously. And I'm going to come back home and I'm going to lay down and I'm going to relax and try to take a nap. Yeah, so I wanted to share that really fast. Yes, I'm still scheduled for induction October 2nd, which I will be 39 weeks and 2 days. I am so waiting and looking forward to that. But until then, I just wanted to let everyone know about prodromal labor, pre-labor. It is the worst when it goes on and on and on. And it's very draining and I'm very tired. That's why my 37-week update I filmed in bed because I had been going through, you know, the you know, the contractions and all that. So I'll see you guys next time or unless something happens. I will see you guys later. Bye.